junk mail just came. Looks like the trash came too. It's probably taking a minute to authenticate because it's actually probably recording at the moment. Maybe. I guess I better not jump on the Wyze wagon too quickly. I was having problems with my Ring cameras. Now this. That's not good. Well, I can't spend all day messing with this. I gotta go fight Indianapolis traffic. I guess I'll just set it in the cup holder and see what happens.
In a quarter mile, slide right onto the ramped I-70 East.
It should still record, even though it's not online, maybe, hopefully. Showed Laura what this camera can do, and now she's gonna go buy some as well. So pretty soon we'll have at least four cameras total. But I paid for another year of Ring subscriptions, so we
Bear right.
we'll see which one we like best by the end of the year.
Ramp I-70 East, then merge onto I-70 East. Continue on I-70 East for 5 miles.
Okay, it looks like it's back up and running. What the hell? Luckily, I have other people to look after my stuff, like the guy who's there right now, and my girlfriend and my brother. But, you know, being a truck driver, I got to come up with ways to keep an eye on my stuff and also have my stuff self-sustaining, since I'm not there all the time to babysit it. It's either that or don't have anything, which I thought about many times. Because the problem is, the more stuff you have, the more you have, the more you own, the more people want to steal from you or take what you have earned away from you. Like the campground owner there in Kaplinger that's behind my Kaplinger property. You know, he had first dibs on that property, but he didn't want to do what it took to get the property. I did. And ever since I started trying to get the property, he's been, first he tried to scare me out of the property, then he tried to bully me out of the property, and now he's trying to go behind my back and get other people to buy me out for him. And so I'm never gonna sell, especially to him. But anyway, my 15 acres in Stockton, my original neighbors were kind of cool. The one in the back, not so much, but he pretty much kept to his own business. He just, yeah, pretty much kept to himself, but he wasn't really that great. But all the neighbors pretty much kept to themselves, and that was great. But then I had a new neighbor on the north side that was horrible, and he was trying to buy me out. And then why are my cameras turned off? Yeah, his dogs were coming over and killing my birds. And
right onto I-465 toward I-465.
he was giving me a little bit of trouble, but not as much. Not as much as my Kaplinger neighbor. And then now I got a new neighbor. That I don't know what his problem is. Maybe he's a new maybe he's a narcissist. I'm not sure. But it's like I had fence on 3 sides, but I didn't have a gate on the front. But the sheep and the goats were getting out, and so I ended up putting up a temporary gate because I can't seem to get any fencing people out there to actually do any work. And then the work that they do is kind of half-assed, so it's like, I don't know. So I got the gate Jimmy rigged, so to speak, with goat panels.
Keep left onto I-465 toward I-465 north. Speed limit reduced ahead.
And that'll suffice, but it's not good enough. I want it done right. So I'm just saving up some money, trying to find a decent fencing guy. So, and the neighbor behind me, who's buying the property from the previous neighbor behind me, might be a decent fencing guy. I don't know. He only does it part-time, so I don't know how much I can rely on him, because he puts his posts in, but he hasn't even finished his own fence. So I probably won't be able to rely on him too much. Plus, he was supposed to help me with the fence between his property and my property, and he didn't do it. And then the neighbor on the north side started bitching at me because the goats were getting out. And before then, he would always say, oh, they're not a problem, they're not a problem, they're not a problem. He thought it was funny. Then he texts me, cussing me out, chewing me out, upside one, downside another, treating me like I'm some kind of piece of shit because my goats are getting out and onto his property, when before he always said it was no big deal. It's like, wait, what? He's like, I've been waiting 3 years for you to get that shit done. It's like, you kept saying it was no big deal. That's why it's not done, because you didn't act like it was a big deal. I got all kinds of other priorities. So, yeah, that's a priority, but I got put on the back burner because my neighbor said it was no big deal. Now my neighbor's cussing me out because it's a big deal, when he before said it was no big deal. Like, what kind of douchebag are you? So anyways, and I think that both those neighbors have been trespassing on our property, because the neighbor to the south of me has evidence that they have, but I don't. So, I mean, I have some evidence, but I don't have any proof. So there's a difference. So now I got to put up more cameras on that property. And then these ring cams. So I got multi-mobile over there because I don't really have any electricity over there. But with these new Wyze cameras, if they're gonna work as good as I think they will. I do have one multi-mobile camera at Collins. But anyways, I got these trail cams, solar powered, cell phone powered trail cams. There's my llama. She looks funny. She's brown, but she looks white in that picture. Anyhow, hang on. So I had to put up more cameras. There's a sheep over there to keep an eye on things because I think the neighbors might be trespassing on my property. Ooh, there's a deer. I got her boyfriend on video the other day. So yeah, I got a multi-mobile camera in the driveway at Kapling or at Collins because the ring camera is not working properly over there for the driveway camera. So we're probably going to replace it with a Wyze camera. Be a heck of a lot cheaper. And then move the multi-mobile camera somewhere else. And then the two Kaplinger cameras, I replaced them. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be two Kaplinger cameras. Anyways, I replaced them with the Wyze cameras. So we're probably going to sell the Wyze cameras. I mean the ring cameras. And then we got two more cameras at Collins that aren't working. Got the driveway camera, which I have my multi-mobile camera there since the ring camera's not working. And then we got the camera for the backyard, which we don't really need it, but whatever. My girlfriend's there 90% of the time, but she likes to have surveillance system more than I do. So it's like this one, I got it muted because it's the most active with her and the animals. So it's always going off. She likes to also keep an eye on the animals. And this is the food shed camera. This also kind of keeps an eye on the driveway.
3 miles. Keep right onto I-465.
But the ring cameras, the two that are working are under shelter. In other words, they're semi-exposed to the weather, but not really. They're outside, but they're not really exposed to the weather. The ones that don't work have more exposure to the weather. And so we understand, we believe that they're not really that good at outside cameras. This one here is underneath the front porch deck, or the, you know, you can see the roof over the deck, so it's keeping it protected from the weather. And the food shed one, you can't see it, but it has an awning as well. The lip over the edge of the food shed is, it's also the power shed. It's where the power box is, and that's where the food is, or our overstock food. So, so we have video surveillance on it. But there's an overhang, there's a lip, and that keeps that camera out of the weather as well. But anyways, the ones that are more exposed to the weather don't work. So that's why we're thinking about converting to Wyze cameras. But now for some reason these two cameras are offline.
In half a mile, keep right onto I-465.
I think maybe it's because I was messing with them while there was activity. So while they were recording an event, or trying to record an event, I was messing with them. And so that's probably why they weren't working. Well, that's probably why they jacked up. So now they seem to be working, but we'll keep playing with it. These cameras, these are new Wyze cameras. And they're solar powered. They have a battery. They're designed for outdoor use. They come with the solar panel attached. Well, it's not exactly attached. You have to attach it, but it comes designed to be attached. So you attach the solar panel to the camera battery box, plug it into the battery box on the bottom side of the battery box, and then it's got the camera on the bottom side of that. And the camera obviously rotates. So wherever they go, it goes. It keeps the person centered in the camera so you can see what they're doing. Until they get out of range. Now, I don't have the sensitivity super sensitive, otherwise I'd be picking up people across the street. But I've got it programmed. Let's see here. high sensitivity would be 10, so I got it halfway. Maybe I should bump that back up to 6 where it originally was. Event recording, smart detection. Okay, here we go. So I only have it programmed to record people and packages. Now, if it was the driveway camera for, say, my other 2 properties, then I would have vehicles. And if it was cameras around the barn and whatnot, then we would have pets. We'd have it do people, probably people and pets. That way we can see what kind of predators might be lurking around the property and what they're doing. And that's it, you know. So it says maximum length 1 minute. I wish there was a minimum length. Might change that to 2 minutes. It hardly ever records that long. So that's that one. And then there's this one, duration or whatever. Another cool thing about this camera is you can have it say you are being recorded, which was cool but annoying. So I just have it do the beep. Ideally, I'd rather not do anything, but oh well. Oh, I guess I can turn it off right here. Boom. Now it won't do any beeping. But I don't know. It's probably best to let them know they're being recorded. But the voice thing is cool at first, but then it gets annoying after a while. It says, "Hello, you are currently being recorded." But you know, it's like it doesn't have like a minimum 1 minute recording, and so every single time it does a 30-second, 5-second, 10-second, 45-second recording. It's like constantly saying, "Hello, you are being recorded. Hello, you are being recorded. Hello." It's like, oh my god. So, I switched it to just the ding dong tone. I think that's all I wanted to do with that one. Let me go back over here, change this to maximum. Oh, I already did that one. Okay, let's go back. Maximum 2 minutes. It don't even record 1 minute, let alone. I doubt it'll record 2 minutes. So there you go. I would have had more recordings if I wasn't jacking with it. But since I was jacking with it, I got less recordings. But Let's do the last 2 days. I'm gonna set this down again because I gotta jump off on this next exit, it looks like. Now just let it play until it's done and record. Hopefully it doesn't time out on me.
In 1.5 miles, use the right lane to take exit 31 for US 31 north.
Nobody wants to let me in. Maybe I'll get in up here. That idiot didn't even need this exit. And they're like trying to keep me from getting off on this exit.
Use the right
It's
lane
like, what
to
the
take
hell?
exit 31. Then use the right lane to take the US 31 north ramp. Use the right lane to take the US 31 north ramp. Keep right onto US 31 toward Westfield.
Yeah, see, the recordings aren't even a minute long. But these cameras are pretty cool. So we'll see how long they last. See how much better they are than the Ring cameras. If Ring can make their cameras better, then they might be better in the future, but the other reason we went with Ring over Wyze is because Ring had outdoor cameras where Wyze didn't. You know, they had solar options. But the problem is, like I said, is if it's exposed to the weather, it doesn't do any good. So it's like, well, the solar options are designed to be, you would think, outside cameras. So you would think that they would be good outside cameras. They're not.
Meridian Street.
That was a neighbor. He seems pretty cool. He came over to let one of the turkeys in.
Continue for 32 miles.
Now Josh is renting this property from me. But I got the cameras up for his security and my security. I gave him access code, or gave him access to these cameras, but he hasn't installed the app yet. Yeah, my brother is a big fan of the Wyze cameras. There's probably better ones out there. I don't know. If you know of a better one, let me know. Maybe we'll check it out too. But so far, I really like these new Wyze solar-powered oscillating cameras. And they're only like $80 a piece, which I think is about how much the Ring cameras are. But I think, to be honest, I think the Ring cameras cost like $100 or more. Then you still got to buy the solar panel, and they come with one battery. But then
3 miles, keep left onto US 31.
you can buy a second battery, which is kind of cool for lasting longer. But like it says, the cameras have issues. They're either not charging the cameras, and I got to take the batteries out and charge them manually. Well, what good does that do when I'm out here on the road and I have a solar panel hooked up to it and it's supposed to be charging me, but it's not, you know? So my girlfriend, she's not IT savvy, so it's all pretty much up to me to take care of. This is my responsibility. So I got to come up with something more viable. Ring is just not cutting it. But one of my cool neighbors suggested Ring, and it was a lifesaver at the moment, but now they're a problem. So I'm going to get rid of them. I'm just going to sell them because they won't work outside. But I'm going to keep my solar panels because I might be able to use them for other things. They got the regular USB cord plug-in, and I have like automatic chicken door and automatic turkey door. So I might just keep those solar panels for backup for my automatic. Well, my turkey door didn't come with the solar panel. It's battery powered, and it's got an option for a solar panel, but it didn't come with one. So I'm just going to use my Ring camera solar panel for that. And I mean, the Ring cameras, I'll make sure they still work, because there's a couple places I can put them that will be out of the weather. So I'm going to put them indoors, like my pump house, where the camera is on the outside right now. Driveway / pump house. I might put the camera on the inside to make sure, you know, nobody's going in there. And if they do, I got them on camera. And maybe we could put one up in the new chicken coop for Laura to check out or keep an eye on the birds. We don't have power back there, but I can hook up a solar panel to it and run the wires inside so we can keep an eye on the birds on the inside or something. I don't know. But at least for the next year or whatever, till we sell the cameras, because I think we're getting away from Ring. I think Wyze is a lot better. And like I said before, if you know something that we don't know, if you know of a better camera system, then let us know. But as of now, I think we're going to go with Ring. I mean, Wyze. did talk to a guy at he has like this antique booth thingy store, and he's got some cameras up that he really likes. They're similar to Wyze, but I can't remember what company he said it was. But I don't know, I really like these new Wyze cameras, so they might be our new go-to cameras. Alright, party on. Oh, yeah, Laura said they're a lot more clear too. I basically did a video screen recording of this earlier and sent it to her, Josh, and my brother, and she's like, wow, it's a lot more clear than Wyze, and it's just on this little screen. If you zoom in, which you can do, it'd be even more clear. So I think the picture quality is better, the mechanics are better, everything's better. So yeah. Alright, I guess that's it.